Greetings and salutations, and we're back with some Pokemon Unite. Ow. I will say this, as much as I don't really care for Goodra, I'm going to play 2 games as Goodra. Partially because I believe that Goodra is absolutely busted beyond compare. And I think that I think the more you play something and the more people realize it's busted, that they, well, let's just say for lack of a better term, they either copy it or like report it somehow. And then it just kind of sucks because you can kind of tell that, oh wait, if I score 700 points I get a temporary Lapras. Okay, cool. You can tell because like you can almost see that they're reporting it in such a way, and then for some reason that doesn't seem to work anymore. That build gets nerfed into the dirt, and it makes me wonder: are people like actually reporting it? Are people abusing it somehow? Maybe they're just overusing the build. It's hard telling. But he's 14. But who am I gonna go for next? I don't know. I've tried Espeon and I'm not really a fan of it. Dragonite seems like it's completely broken, but I don't know. I have a thing for him, and I do kind of want to break the game with him too. So I might just save up for 14,000 and get Caesar. Maybe. I'm kind of leaning towards Psyduck too, because Psyduck's kind of broken. And, you know, how can you tell if you don't have it? Here's how I can tell. So, my mother has a Switch. My mother got the Switch because she wanted to play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with her grandson, my nephew. Right? And so, she goes to do that. I have a Switch, and so we're all sitting there playing Scarlet and Violet, and then I was like, man, you know, I really wished I could play other Pokemon in Pokemon Unite. And so she goes, well, what's stopping you? And I said, well, I can't afford them, number one. I said, I'm not going to spend real money for it if when I could just earn it. So I set out to earn it. Well, setting out to earn it, she's like, why don't you just use my account and get the Pokemon you don't have on my account and just smurf? Okay. So I made an account on hers, and I named it Dunkin' Grandma, because I was going to dunk on them kids. And sure enough, that's exactly what I did. I had a 100% win rate up until 3 days ago when I lost my first 2 games. Now, funny story. I played Lapras, I played Psyduck, Buzzwole, and a whole bunch of others. And let me tell you, I kind of like Buzzwole, getting swole, bro. I also like Psyduck. Psyduck's kind of broken. He's that type of support you wouldn't think is a support. Okay, so in my mind, there's 2 types of supports, really. And those 2 types of supports are healing supports, and then, like, nuisance supports. And one of the healing supports that's really, really good is Comfy. So, that being the case, you know, it's like, you know, okay, well, it's Comfy. No big deal. Another healing support's like, technically Mr. Mime is both a nuisance support and a healing support, so he's both. But I digress. I really liked, like, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Okay, so Darkrai is not to be trusted. baited. I just need to get a little bit more farm. I also need to score, but now I can't because Darkrai's there. We're gonna run the Muddy Water. AoE gives me a lot of damage. I do need to score, though. I need to get those AS cookie stacks up. It's quite a few of them there, bud. Well, we got it. I just need more turn-ins. Oh, this one's easy. Anybody can solo Regice. There. I just kind of need to get some more scores and some Vine Whip. Once I get those, I'm good. But anyway. Ow! That was painful. Well, there's the Power Whip. I've only got 2 AS cookie stacks, though, so that's a bit of a problem. Well, that didn't work too well either, did it? Really? That fired back the other way. There we go. I mean, he's kind of busted, I'm not gonna lie. He seems incredibly busted. And my Unite move's almost up again. Yeah, it's not going to work out well for him. I mean, you know, all things considered, I'm not the strongest thing, right? Like, Goodra's not the strongest Pokemon. But you just don't let Goodra get rolling. Because once he gets rolling, he is so impossible to stop. Yeah, that's not a good place to be. Yep, I knew he was dead. The moment he dove in there. That wasn't good for him. That was not a good place for him to be. Oof. That's not gonna work out for you, buddy. Told you. I mean, Goodra is he's just so strong. Goodra's just got that power to him. Like, he's got staying power, he's got attack, he's got killing power. It's just, he's gross. He is that combo. I mean, like, if I had to say, for endurance-wise, Goodra ranks up there as, like, #1 on endurance. No one's better than Goodra at sticking in a fight and just sticking around. And it's kind of unfortunate for the opponent because, you know, you can't really do much of anything. I mean, he's just so good. You know, he doesn't have to carry, he just has to exist on the battlefield. When he exists on the battlefield, you win. I mean, that's just the presence. But like those, like I was saying about the healing and harassment type of supports, Clefable is one that heals and also does harassment with the whole follow me, or gravity, depending on if the other team's highly mobile. It's just, it's a whole different ball game when you start realizing what the characters are and, you know, what they are supposed to do and the roles they're supposed to fill. So I mean, it really gives you a new perspective. For example, there are two types of attackers, right? There's ambush attackers, and then there's just downright blow 'em up attackers. And you can tell kind of by their movesets which one's which. And of course you have multiple types of defenders. You have defenders that are bulky defenders that are meant to dislodge people and move them around. And those people, you know, the tanks that are supposed to dislodge the opponent and move them around, those are the ones like Crustle, right? Crustle's meant to move them around, meant to dislodge your opponent, make them make mistakes, put them out of position, that kind of thing. Snorlax, to a lesser extent, does it as well. I guess you could say that Blastoise can, but he's more of the endurance tank sort of deal. He's meant to just kind of stick in, get stuck into an area and push people around in the area. That's kind of his thing there. He disrupts on the well-being and endurance tank. He's not as, say, bulky as Goodra, but he's also not pushing people around like Crustle or like Snorlax. So there is that that feel when it comes to that. Now Ho-Oh is a very interesting tank, because Ho-Oh's got this nuance to him, right? He's meant to push people around in the fight, but not physically. Whereas like Snorlax does heavy slam and block and pushes people around physically, and you have Blastoise who can go in and use Surf and use Hydro Cannon to push people around physically. You have those things available. That's not how he does it. Blastoise also has area denial too, just so you know. His one ability where it drizzles down on top of him with a rainfall, that has area denial. But the way Ho-Oh moves people around is he just puts the fire out there. And when you get that fire out there, it's really hard to position yourself because you don't want to get burned. And you don't want to be next to him, so he has a presence where he can push people away just by existing in that area. And by doing that and existing in that zone, it makes people say, wait, I want to back off because I'm going to take too much fire damage. And if you hit him while he does fire spin, he's going to explode and do tons more. So it's an interesting, he's a very interesting, whoops, didn't want to take that one. He's a very interesting Pokemon in that regard. He's got, I don't know, he's got that type of nuance to him, if you wanted to give it another word. I was trying to get the kill on that, but I couldn't do it. Oh, my potion's back up. Wow. Dude is just getting sniped over here. Interesting. Okay. That's the other type of, that's the other type of Urshifu. I'm used to Surging Strikes Urshifu. Not used to this Urshifu, where he's running around smashing people in the face with one hit. Yeah. Where was the rest of the team? Where's mid? Mid's not there. Mid's gone bottom. That's the problem. Mid should have been top. Oh, at least they scored that one. Not good. Not good, team. Wow. That's gone. Let him take it. Not fighting that. See, right there, the team should have come up north. Outside of that, you know, back to the whole thing about, you know, which one's which. The all-arounders, like Urshifu, they're meant to be kind of like brawlers, right? They're like meant to brawl back and forth. And this one ain't looking good. This game is not looking good at all. Because that Aegis Slash is just causing us problems. I mean, they're allowing me to get stacks of AS Cookie, which is great and all. Doesn't matter, this game's pretty much cooked. Yeah, it's pretty much over. And there goes, yep. I don't think that's going to matter much in the long run. I really don't. Just having my ultimate maneuver there, my Unite move, isn't really going to help much, I don't think. And he picked up a kill there, but it really begs the question, like, what are you doing? This game's over. Thank you. Competent team right there. Knew it was over, called it. That Aegis Slash was just destroying us. Aegis Slash Comfy combo. It's a little bit broken. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we weren't winning that. I mean, look at that. They had 2 11s. Look at how much damage that Aegis Slash was putting out. Yeah, it was over. Oh well. That happens. I don't like it when it happens, though. Like, one Pokemon on the enemy team carries the entire team. It seems a little lame. Actually, it seems a lot lame. But it is what it is. I personally think that one player shouldn't have played Serena. Like, they only bring out those Pokemon like the Serena event and everything to get people to play Pokemon that have not made the rotation anytime soon. And the reason those Pokemon haven't made the rotation is because they're nerfed into the dirt. That's really the only reason. Nevertheless, I hope you had a wonderful time. I know I did. I wish it could have gone a little bit better, but, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes life gonna hit you with a sucker punch that you aren't quite prepared for. But when it does, much like in that game, you just kind of have to deal with it and just look at life and say, you know, suppose I had that one coming. Something along those lines, you know? Wow, could you imagine this on a mobile phone? This would be torture. Pretty sure they use this in lieu of waterboarding. That's what it is. That's what it is. They want to extract information from ne'er-do-wells and stuff like that around the world, so what they do is they say, what we're going to have them do is we're going to sit them down, we're going to have them scroll through emblems on Pokemon Unite on the Switch. And then we're going to make them do it on a mobile phone. By the time they get done with the Switch, you know, all the ne'er-do-wells are like, please, please don't put us through that torture. It's worse than waterboarding. I shouldn't make that joke. I'm not gonna take it out. I'm gonna leave it right there. People are like, well, how could you? How dare you? What? It's a joke. You know? Smile. Have fun. Laugh it off. Oh boy. I've noticed that a lot of people really, yeah, they don't respond well to the humor, to the, I guess I can't even call it cynicism, but like, just to the way the humor is, they have like a big issue with it, and I'm like, but why? Man, who knows? Do I have a Silver Slowbro? Maybe I could start upgrading these. I have a Silver Slowking, but not a Silver Slowbro. Interesting. Whoopsies. What about a Silver Starmie? Do I have one of them? I can't tell. I didn't log it into memory. I do not have a Silver Starmie. That's tragic. I don't think I have a Silver Kangaskhan either. If I do, I could just upgrade it directly. Like that way. Like, just throw the Silver Kangaskhan up there. Nope. But what about that? It gives me extra defense. Maybe. I know that I haven't changed my emblems out in a while. Actually, let me check the other one. The Melee Nuke. Because it's... I might have a Silver Aerodactyl, come to think of it. Oh boy, here we go again. Why? Wait, I have a bronze... I have a bronze Gyarados in here? I'm not using like the diamond Gyarados? Silver Fearow, so I could put that one in because I have a Silver Fearow. I might be able to throw that in there instead. Oh no, I have the diamond one, it's right there. So I do have a Silver Fearow, which is just more stats. I need one more white. I swapped that one out and I shouldn't have. That was an incorrect maneuver. Wow, I could throw that in, that would give me blue as well. I mean, I'd lose 2 attack, I'd gain crit rate, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. Lowers my special defense reduction. Nope, now I need a brown one. What is... Oh, this has become tragic. Alright, so there's silver Tauros. I need a brown and a white. A brown and white one, if I can find it. I don't know if I can, but we're gonna there's the Aerodactyl. Gives him movement speed, lowers his defense, lowers his attack too. I'm not a fan of that. What else do I have? And if you hear, I'm almost over that illness completely. Whatever it was. I had no idea what it was. Looks like Aerodactyl's gonna have to be it. It's a bit of a shame, but we're gonna do it full send. Anyhow, I thank everybody for coming out and watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I did. I was actually happy that I had a team that was competent enough to look at the forest through the trees and say, "We're calling it, boss." That I liked. But yeah, hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.